Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mattel Jurassic World Dominion review. Today we're taking a look at the new Dino pack, Owen Parasaurolophus. This set is part of Wave 2. The other figure in this set was the previously reviewed Dr. Ian Malcolm and Velociraptor. And now, hooray, we got another Owen figure to add to our ever-growing pile of this frigging character. But hey, at least this one comes with a trench coat. I ended up picking this set up from Big Bad Toy Store. Retails for, I think, just over $16 or 17 bucks. I don't remember exactly what I paid, but I'll leave the link down below in the description if you want to order from them. But the set is also being found in Targets. I actually did see the set the other day when I was toy hunting, so it is popping up on Target shelves. Now, first and foremost, let's go over the package really quick before we crack these figures open. Comes in the Jurassic World Dominion style packaging for the Dino packs. You got Rexy up here, helicopter in the background, spinning around. You get a nice photo of the figures in the set. Down here are the other figures available in the Dino pack. Maisie with the Listosaur and Beta are not available yet. That's going to be Wave 3. That should probably be out in a month or so. And there is the previously reviewed Ian Malcolm set. So that will do it for the packaging. Let's crack this set open and take a closer look. And let's start with a nice 360-degree view of this set. You know, usually I don't get excited for any set containing Owen, but I actually quite like this one. The Parasaur Roundup in Dominion is one of my, few of my favorite sequences in the movie, so it's nice to have, a set of figures that replicates that. Owen, really not much to say. It's another Owen figure. He looks like the Winter Soldier, so, yep, we got another Winter Owen figure. It's nice that they gave him a trench coat and a different color shirt underneath there, just kind of differentiate him from the 150 million other Owen figures out there. The Parasaur is reused from the Roland Tembo Legacy Collection set that came out, but this one looks much better than that one. It's trying to go for that, Dominion Parasaur look, and I think they did an okay job. The browns are a little bit too bright, wish they were a little bit darker, but, in typical Mattel fashion, the paint stops right where the tail section starts. It looks like if we get paint on the legs, we're not getting paint on the tails, and the figure just looks unfinished, just, a little bit of a transition to end the paint on the tail would have gone a long way. And also you get the lasso for the Parasaur, because Owen's a friggin' superhuman and he can stop a 23 foot long, 5-ton dinosaur just using a tree stump. The friggin' movie. But other than that, I think it's a cool looking set and I'm quite happy with it. And now for some quick measurements. Owen is your standard 3 3/4 figure, or 9.5 centimeters, so that's 1/18 scale. For the Para, the figure is 8 inches long from the tip of the tail to the tip of the beak, or just over 20 centimeters and about 4 inches tall. To the top of the crest, they're just over 10 centimeters. Now, there is no size estimates for this, juvenile Parasaur in any of the Jurassic Park databases. In the movie, the Para was an adult. It was not this small. So yeah, not going to get a scale on this one. And now let's first take a look at Owen. I know everyone's really excited to take a look at another Owen figure. This one does sport the winter coat for the Rodeo Roundup. I gotta say, the likeness on this figure is not the best. The other Owen figures, the likeness looks a lot better. I think the problem is that they use way too much dark paint for his beard and goatee. It just does not look that good in my eyes. Like I say, it just kind of reminds me of like the Winter Soldier for some reason. He looks like Bucky. I just don't know why. Maybe it's just me, but other than that, the coat is nicely done. You do have some nice details. You have the buttons, straps all sculpted in, pockets along the side, folds and wrinkles for the arms. He has gloves on. Those are painted a nice brown color. His shirt is striped, the red striped shirt. You get some nice bright blue denim jeans, and you have his boots painted almost like an olive color. So yeah, really not too much to talk about with Owen. Let's just do articulation. Head can move side to side, arm up, rotate 360 degrees, 90-degree bend at the elbow. The elbow joints on this figure are kind of really gummy and flexible, at least on my copy, so just be careful while posing. I can see those snapping. You do get some waist articulation. He can kick forward. He can do the full splits, which is hindered by the trench coat, about 90 degrees at the knee and some rotation at the knee. So really not too much to say about Owen. And, for comparisons, if you guys just want to see what he looks like with the other Owen figures, here he is. Not that anyone cares about that. And let's take a quick look at the accessory that's included in this set. It's Owen's lasso. It is nicely done. It's made out of nice flexible plastic. You can see it's all nice and braided. There's a knot for the loop right here that fits nicely around the Parasaur's neck, and that's really all we can say about this. And my camera obviously hates focusing in on it. And now let's take a look at the Para. Like I said, this is just a repaint of the one that came with that Roland Tembo set. But with this new color scheme, it feels like a completely different figure. And I think it looks really, really good. Nice pattern and paint apps. Like I said, the biggest issue is just the paint stopping right at the tail. But, 3/4 of the figure is really well done. So let's take a look at the head. You can see some nice sculpted details all over it. The crest is nicely sculpted and textured. You have all this bright blue along the crest. The eyes are painted a straight black, which is movie accurate. This version of the Parasaur had very doe-like eyes, and at least that's nicely replicated on the figure. Get some white paint on the face. Beak is nicely sculpted. Mouth is open just a little bit. You can see no teeth in there, and there's just white paint for inside the mouth. For the neck, you can mix it in with that really dark, like charcoal gray, and some nice white pattern along the neck, going down to the body. Like I said, the brown is just a little bit too bright. Just wish it was just a little bit more subdued to make it look more natural, but you do have all these nice bright blue mock and banding all the way down the body up until that friggin' tail. And here it is from the top, going down to the front arms. No paint on the front arms. Don't really need them because it's so dark colored. The hand claws look like they're painted in. Going down to the thighs, you got some nice pattern on the thighs. Like I said, if you get paint on the thighs, you ain't getting paint on the tail. Feet are a little bit oversized, but that does help with stability. Same thing, toe claws aren't painted in. And then going down to the very bland tail. Like I said, the figure feels like it's like 3/4 finished. I mean, other than the tail, I think it's a really, really neat looking figure. And then let's not forget about this. Here is the DNA code for those of you who want to scan it into the Fax app. And let's just do articulation really quick. The head can move side to side, can move up, it can move down. Can move forwards and backwards. Hind legs can move forwards that far. They start to rub up against the side of the belly, and they can move backwards that far. And you're completely useless. Actually, nope, this does not move. I forgot, it did not move on the other Para either. It's pretty much glued in place. So that is it for articulation. Well, let's move on to comparisons. Moving on with comparisons, let's start off with one of the human figures. Here it is with Owen's nemesis from Dominion, Rain Delacourt. What a multi-layered, nuanced villain he was. Just kidding, another friggin' one note. And next up, let's do some smaller dinos. Here it is with one of the Atrociraptors. That's the extreme damage tiger. And here it is with the Pyroraptor. And next up, here it is with the Roland Tembo Parasaur. Like I said, this looks like a totally different figure because the paint scheme is so good. This newer version, I really did not like this Para. It was very plain and blah, and this one just is a total night and day difference. Really, really like this one the best. And let's do the adult Para. Here's the Hammond Collection one. You can see the size difference between the adult and Owen. I think the one he wrangled in Dominion was a little bit smaller, but come on, stop making Owen a freaking superhero. He's not. And next up, here it is with the Tickle Chicken, the Therizinosaurus. And lastly, here it is with the Hammond Collection T-Rex. So final thoughts on this set. I really didn't think I was going to like this set this much, but yeah, it's a surprise hit for me. It recreates one of the few scenes I did like in Dominion. I think the Parasaur looks great. The paint apps are really well done. It's almost movie accurate. Like I said, the brown could have been a little bit darker. And just, the paint stop at the tail is, typical Mattel. They're going to stop doing that crap. The Owen figure, take it or leave it. I really can care less about the Owen figures, but at least I can recreate a scene that I was fond of. Like I said at the beginning of the review, I ended up getting this figure from Big Bad Toy Store. Link is down below in the description, and they're also being found on store shelves in Target. So that will do it for the review. I still have a bunch of stuff came in. Let me tell you, I got absolutely boned up the wazoo with pre-orders hitting this week. I collect Transformers. I got whacked with 3 of those. I bought this set. I got the PNS of Dino Dreadnoughtus, Hammond Collection, Ellie, and Dilo all hit. the San Diego Comic-Con Ian Malcolm, the Comic-Con Gennaro set, all that stuff just like hit pre-orders or got charged to my card. So yeah, been a really rough week on my bank account, but good news is that means a lot of new reviews are coming up, so stay tuned for those. And as always, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps the channel tremendously and it's greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one.